All right, welcome guys to another science skills video tutorial. This one is called measuring trees. These are actually found in the math gizmos, but they are so good for our science skills that I'm just including some of these in your science skills additions, just things I'm adding in for every week of our study. This one is going to do two different things. Number one is we're going to measure the height of these trees in meters. You notice up here that this measuring stick ruler is in meters, which would be a huge ruler if we had a 30-meter measuring ruler. That would be pretty good size. I don't know how we could actually have that, but you can see here we can measure this particular tree at 10, 11, 12 meters tall, approximately 12 meters tall. So you can move this ruler around if you want to, and of course you can make it go away if you want also. Now, when we select one of these trees, okay, we could actually advance the entire forest 1 year at a time and watch it grow. It shows our year up here, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, and so forth. We could also measure them as they are progressing year by year to see that, for example, this one was, I believe I said 12 meters. Well, by year 6, it is at about 14 meters. So that's one of our investigations we can do. Let me reset this. We can also change the amount of precipitation. How much rain, hail, sleet, snow are we going to get in a year? So let's see if we take that to 110, then we could advance them the same way to see what the growth is there. We could do our measurements there. Now, the other part of this that's really cool, let me take this back down to, I believe it started at 80 centimeters per, maybe 90 centimeters per year, I think was where that was. Now, if we pick a given tree, it's going to show us a cross-section of that tree. When we want to look at, so we could measure this with our ruler, and then we could also do a larger view of this cross-section. It's going to do two different things. Number one, we can zoom in or out. So if I want to zoom in, now I can start counting the rings on this tree as we advance year to year. So if I wanted to count these, I can also measure the diameter of this tree, right? So it is approximately a little over 15 centimeters at that particular point in time, if I was going to measure it. I can also measure the circumference of that tree. I love this little graphic where he's wrapping the string around there, and he says 51 centimeters of tree was used to wrap around this tree. So we can measure the diameter of it across the trunk, and we can measure the circumference of it around this. So there are a lot of different ways that we can go about trying to explore this forest. We can do it, the forest as a whole. We can measure tree A, B, C, D, E, and F. We can even create new forests if we want to do these. We can just give a new selection to try these things out and advance them year by year, or follow just one tree, in which case we're going to see the cross section, that we can look at the larger view of it, measure the diameter of it. Remember that you don't ever count the bark as a ring of growth. So we would be looking at that and we would say, well, let's see, the diameter of this one is about 16, just under 16 centimeters, and we can find the circumference as well. So this one is pretty cool. This is a very cool little video, little gizmo that you can try out, guys. It's a good one for not only measuring, but also seeing the effect of precipitation, either more precipitation or less precipitation during a given year of growth. You can also see if Moore's precipitation, what kind of a difference that makes on the growth rings on any one of these given trees. Show the ruler, not show the ruler, zoom in or zoom out. A lot of fun, guys, a lot of fun. Mostly on this one, you will just be following your student exploration sheet to try and follow along and see what types of conclusions you can reach as you are doing the investigation, measuring the different trees, seeing what the precipitation changes may cause in terms of the height of the tree and also in the diameter and circumference of the cross sections when you see this. Have fun with this, guys, and I will see you in class. Bye.